I've already asked them. I'm not capable of keeping my nails. All my bridesmaids are like the least girly people. I love it. Everyone's like struggling. Trying to look pretty. Can't handle having my nails done. I've never used this before. I haven't either. Oh, it's plugged in. Yeah, I think usually you just turn it on. Sometimes there's a button you have to press to make the steam come out, and sometimes not.
Does it need to like warm up maybe?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, so just like that's it? Oh yeah, it's making a sound. But I just like put my dress in front of it.
We're just doctors, but we don't know how to steam a dress. No. Yeah, my two sisters, and then the other two are med school and residency, and then the last one that's coming is also a med school and residency person. Yeah, I think once the photographer gets here, she'll want to do some staged, like, you know, the rings,
looking out the window wistfully.
the rings. We can do one with either everyone's wrist or like take them off with the names or something. Yeah. Don't fall down the stairs. No, Carrie, no injuries, please. Look at you.
My hair.
My hair is long. I'm so glad that
I didn't know my hair could look like that. I really
Maybe you've
didn't.
been getting your hair done in the wrong place.
No, but I don't need to look like this every day. I'm loyal to Ruth. You know I'm loyal to Ruth.
Loyalty's overrated.
Yeah, well, loyalty is overrated sometimes.
Well.
Not a good time for a change. We don't have a very big family.
Cousins.
Yeah, but even in Ryan's family, he's the first of the immediate, or even pretty much extended family to get married. So we don't really know what we're doing. Wow, so coordinated. Yeah, I like it.
So.
Look at you wearing real shoes. My mom lives in Crocs.
I live in Crocs.
Literally.
Yeah.
Crocs haven't made dress shoes yet.
They do, but I was told I was not allowed to wear them.
Just follow the YouTube master over here. How are we doing this? Wait. What the fuck?
Oh.
I lost how you got to that part.
Hold on, there was an important step I just missed.
Yeah. Cause yeah, you don't want like your edges like sticking out. Cause that's gonna look stupid.
Probably pick this one, like the middle.
Yeah, let's go back to the square because I don't even know how you got to that part. Like I saw this and then yeah.
You just hold it like that. That's it. That's it. We'll see.
Really hand it up a little bit. Come on.
She feels glamorous.
Cute. That's
Oh God, no.
I like that we all get to pick our style. Yeah, I'm like sweating and Alright guys, I'm putting my dress on. Come on.
Is that your second gorgeous? Really? This is like a hot spot. I love it.
Baby, don't you play with fire.
Not that I'm in a hot time. You know it.
You're so cute.
Thank you. back. I like how the straps are like really wide out, so you see my back stuff.
Okay, so this is going to be the bustle. Part.
Yeah.
Great.
Get your tree. Right there. Then you can put your shoes on. I like you back there.
Need a girl. Look at that.
Really, you've got great legs.
No.
Pick it up, go like this, and then drop it.
Oh god.
You can do it. It's a lot of
Don't fall.
I believe you. Yes.
Not too fast. So,
We sleep until the sun goes down. Hold your horses now.
yeah, I do. I need a beeping sound for sure.
Hold your horses
Yeah, switch.
through the woods, sweet ride. Hold your horses now. Through the woods, sweet ride. Hold your horses now. Through the woods, sweet
Today is a celebration of love, of commitment, of friendship, of family, and of two people who are in it forever. You don't have to have a ceremony to have a marriage. And when you think about it, the whole thing is kind of funny, right? You're standing up here, looking fancy, holding flowers, and being stared at by pretty much everyone who has meant anything to you in the past 30-something years. We have thousands of important moments that happen throughout our lives, but this one is regarded as one so critical, we acknowledge its special status by sharing it with others. Because despite all of our differences, love is what we all share. Sophocles once said, "One word frees us of all the weight and pain of life. That word is love." It's the great unifier, our one universal truth, that no matter who we are, where we've come from, what we believe, we know this one thing: love is what we're doing right. That's why you both are standing up here. That's why you all are here to watch them stand up here. They clean up well, don't they? We have all loved in our lifetimes, and in this moment, we're reminded that the ability to love is the very best part of our humanity. All of us here today have our own love stories. Some are short, others long. Some are yet unwritten, while others are just getting to the good part. There are chapters in all of our stories that are sad or disappointing, and others that are exciting and full of adventure. Some might even start here on the dance floor tonight. Lauren and Ryan's story had a pretty serendipitous start. For those of you who don't know the details, Lauren and Ryan were a nearly missed connection. On a Saturday night in December 2012, their first encounter at a bar in the Lower East Side ended after a short conversation and a rejected drink offer. Thank God for online dating, though. A few days later, OkCupid informed Ryan of his 94% compatibility with a medical student in Manhattan. And that weekend, Lauren and Ryan met for their real first date. 2 hours and a parking ticket later, Lauren and Ryan were inseparable. Talk about fate. Their relationship started off as a young, playful romance, but quickly grew into something more mature. Over the past 5 years, Lauren and Ryan's lives have become completely intertwined as they shared holidays and vacations with their friends and family, moved in together, and even adopted their first child, Baxter. Building a life together has been almost effortless for these two, sharing so many common interests. Every free winter weekend involves snowboarding, and summer means regular trips to Rhode Island to lay by the pool. There's nothing more relaxing to them than a long walk in the park with the pup, and no matter how early work starts the next day, Lauren and Ryan will never miss a good concert. But they have also made sacrifices for one another and helped motivate each other to be better versions of themselves. Ryan moved to Manhattan so Lauren could have a shorter commute to the hospital, and he has supported her through the long hours and overnight calls. Lauren has been Ryan's personal bedside doctor when he's sick, and she encouraged him to take all 7 exams required to get his architecture license. And all of that brings them here. A time to pause, look back, and smile at all the moments that got them to this point, and a time to look ahead at all the moments that are still to come. We're all here because we want these moments for you. We're here to hope with you, to support you, to be proud of you, and to remind you that love isn't happily ever after. Love is the experience of writing your story. It's not one moment, not even this moment. It's every moment. Big ones like saying I love you, moving in together, getting engaged, but mostly a million little ones that come in between the big moments. Making homemade pizza together, relaxing on the couch with a glass of wine, binge watching Game of Thrones, getting a big hug when you get home from work. These everyday moments fuse together into one big experience. And even though this experience is so incredible, words fail us when we try and explain it. That's just the way it is with love. It's meant to be felt, not described. But trying to describe love is one of our favorite pastimes. We use the words we have to write stories, poems, and songs about love. And even though we describe love in different ways, even though love can look different from one person to the next, we all know it when we see it, and we see it here. So today, we have some words about what love is, coming from some of the people who love you the most. The first reading will be by Lauren's aunt, her mom's sister, also known as Auntie Annie.
In honor of Baxter and my dog Riley, how falling in love is like owning a dog. First of all, it's a big responsibility, especially in a city like New York. So think long and hard before deciding on love. On the other hand, love gives you a sense of security. When you're walking down the street late at night and you have a leash on love, ain't no one gonna mess with you. Because crooks and muggers think love is unpredictable. Who knows what love could do in its own defense? On cold winter nights, love is warm. It lies between you and lives and breathes and makes funny noises. Love wakes you up all hours of the night with its needs. It needs to be fed so it will grow and stay healthy. Love doesn't like being left alone for long, but come home and love is always happy to see you. It may break a few things accidentally in its passion for life, but you can never be mad at love for long. Is love good all the time? No, no. Love can be bad. Bad love. Bad. Very love. Bad love. Love makes messes. Love leaves you little surprises here and there. Love needs lots of cleaning up after. Sometimes you just want to get love fixed. Sometimes you want to roll up a piece of newspaper and swat love on the nose. Not so much to cause pain, just to let love know, don't you ever do that again. Sometimes love just wants to go out for a nice long walk because love loves exercise. It will run you around the block and leave you panting, breathless, pull you in different directions at once, or wind itself around and around you until you're all wound up and you cannot move. But love makes you meet people wherever you go. People who have nothing in common but love stop and talk to each other on the street. Throw things away and love will bring them back again and again and again. But most of all, love needs love, lots of it. And in return, love loves you and never stops.
Ryan's aunt, his mom's youngest sister, Beth, will do our second reading.
Love is not to possess by James Catlin. To love is not to possess, to own, or imprison, nor to lose oneself in another. Love is to join and separate. To walk alone and together, to find a laughing freedom that only isolation does not permit. It is finally to be able to be who we really are, no longer clinging in childish dependency, nor docilely living separate lives in silence. It is to be perfectly oneself, in perfectly joined, in permanent commitment to another and to one's inner self. Love only endures when it moves like waves, receding and returning gently or passionately, or moving lovingly like the tide in the moon's own predictable harmony. Because finally, despite a child's scars or an adult's deepest wounds, they are openly free to be who they really are and always secretly were, in the very core of their being where true and lasting love can alone abide.
You fell in love by chance, but you're here today because you're making a choice. You both are choosing each other. You've chosen to be with someone who enhances you, who makes you think, makes you smile, and makes every day brighter. You're about to make promises to each other that you intend to keep. You're going to vow to take care of each other, to stand up for one another, and find happiness in the other. There's a simple premise to each of these promises. You're vowing to be there. You're teaming up and saying to the other, every experience I'm going to have, I want you to be a part of. Will you, Lauren, keep Ryan as your favorite person, to laugh with him, go on adventures with him, support him through life's toughest moments, be proud of him, grow old with him, and find new reasons to love him every day?
I will.
Will you, Ryan, keep Lauren as your favorite person, to laugh with her, go on adventures with her, support her through life's toughest moments, be proud of her, grow old with her, and find new reasons to love her every day? Will you, Ryan and Lauren, be each other's partners from this day forward? Will you bring out the best in one another, share your happiest moments together, and love each other absolutely for the rest of this lifetime and for whatever may come next?
We will.
So now it's time to share the vows you have written for each other. Ladies first.
When we met almost 5 years ago, we were completely different people. I was enjoying my last taste of freedom as a fourth-year medical student, sponsoring my travels with loan money, and studying as little as humanly possible before graduation. You were a fresh, inspired, grossly overworked, and underpaid young architect, still working at your first job out of school. Our relationship started suddenly, with an intense chemistry and desire to be together all the time. but also with this inexplicable trust in each other's intentions and early recognition that this could be the real thing. 2 fancy medical and architectural degrees later, 3 years of cohabitation in a tiny Harlem apartment, and 1 dog child later, here we are. Individually, we may be nearly unrecognizable from when we first met and fell in love, but we have grown and evolved together as a couple. And our ability to do this with such ease and grace is how I know that our relationship is the real thing. Ryan, your raw sense of humor and shameless honesty keeps me laughing and on my feet. Your intense motivation to accomplish your goals inspires me every day, even when it's just your ability to completely cut out caffeine for a month. Your relentless loyalty to your friends and unwavering devotion to your family is so rare and special. Your gentle, mellow demeanor keeps me sane, yet I know you'd stand up for me in a heartbeat if needed. The way you patiently listen to my endless medical stories and even pay attention to them shows me how much you value me and my career. And the big hug I universally come home to keeps me going after a long, stressful day. Ryan, these are all the reasons why I can't imagine my life without you. So now is the part where I promise you the world and list off every way that I'll ensure our perfectly happy future. I promise to place your IVs and give you fluids when you're a bit dehydrated. I promise to force you to try new vegetables regularly, but also allow you to cook a steak every now and then. I promise to tolerate your love for gray and minimalism, but only as long as you let me hang a few family photos on the wall. I promise to keep overbooking our busy schedule, but also to leave time for our cozy nights on the couch with a glass of wine and a Netflix TV show. I promise to support you in your career, to motivate you to be the best that you can be, but also respect any direction that you choose to take it. I promise to continue to grow together with you, to learn and experiment with ways to improve our lives and expand our happiness. And most of all, I promise to love you unconditionally, to be there for you through whatever life throws at us, to be your companion, partner, co-dog parent, and hopefully future actual parent. Ryan Patrick Sutherland, the last 5 years have been the best years of my life so far, and I can't wait to spend the next 105 years together.
Lauren, my beautiful bride, the keeper of my heart, and the mother of our first child. What a ride it's been over the past 5 years. Looking back to our first date, I feel extremely fortunate that I'm standing next to you today, about to make you my wife. Though I think you would never tolerate this now, you were able to wait for a goofy architect that was almost an hour late, leading up on the Lower East Side for our first date. It's a good thing that you did because I know we both instantly felt the connection after a couple of hours of the conversation. Fast forward to today, with over 3 years of cohabitation, family holidays, ski trips, nights in with wine, nights out with friends, countless live shows, and one special little French bulldog. It all adds up to me being the luckiest man in the world to have found my best friend and the perfect companion for every experience imaginable. There are so many special aspects to our relationship that make us gel perfectly. I wanted to share a few vows with you that I know will help us continue to thrive as a couple. First and foremost, on good days and bad, I vow to always listen. I will always be an outlet for you and take in all the crazy tales of the hospital. Maybe, just maybe, one day I'll have a story from the drafting table that's half as exciting as what you share with me each and every day. Probably not, though. Even though being a doctor and correct 9 times out of 10, I vow to always challenge you. I doubt either of us thought that my persistence in trying to convince you to give up diet soda would have worked. But somehow I think it did. I vow to continue to grow with you and build a future that is genuinely ours. Of course, when I say build, that includes designing our dream home. I'm especially lucky that you've inherited my aesthetics in design decor and all the vibrant shades of white, black, and gray. I vow to always be a loving and attentive father for our future children, and of course, our current fur baby. We know that I've had tons of practice with our special little boy, Baxter. Where would he be without me constantly overanalyzing every ailment or lack thereof that he's ever had? We've had many adventures in the last 5 years, with plenty more to come. I vow to always keep things fresh and push us as we continue our journey together. Perhaps that means traversing a few more double black diamonds for you, and tasting and hopefully enjoying new and exotic foods for me. Finally, I vow to always be your rock and keep us easy. We have an exciting and challenging future ahead of us as we navigate married life together. Our love will be the one and constant easy facet of our lives, no matter what moguls in the mountain we encounter. I love you with every ounce of my being and can't wait to start the next chapter of our lives together.
May I have the ring? You've both chosen to wear rings as a reminder of these promises. A ring comes from humble beginnings. Through a combination of chance and effort, something beautiful is formed where there was once nothing at all. As you look at these rings over the years, I hope you remember that you two have also created something special and invaluable. And just as I know you'll protect these rings, I know you'll protect the commitments you've made to one another today. Ryan, as you place this ring on Lauren's finger, repeat after me. I give you this ring as I give you myself, as a symbol that our love is complete, beautiful, and endless. Lauren, as you place this ring on Ryan's finger, repeat after me. I give you this ring as I give you myself, as a symbol that our love is complete, beautiful, and endless. I now present to you, for the first time as a married couple, Lauren and Ryan Sutherland. You may kiss each other now. Lauren and Ryan will perform one last tradition, the breaking of the glass, which traditionally concludes a Jewish wedding celebration. While Lauren and Ryan come from different religious and cultural backgrounds, they find some of the interpretations behind this tradition to be particularly meaningful. Let the breaking of this glass symbolize the breaking down of barriers between people of different cultures and faiths, between your two separate families, between your two independent lives. And may your bond of love be as difficult to break as it would be to put back together these pieces of glass. Mazel tov! Cheers, L'chaim!
I hear that there's a reason to celebrate, but we can't do that till we add some people to the room. First up, we have Rob and Carrie. Ooh, we have Ano and Aki. Come on. Next up, we have Marco and Lizzie. Hey. Kyle and Melissa, Devin and Amy, Fireball. Woo-hoo. Let me please welcome your bride and groom, Lauren and Ryan. Don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said don't hold them back. Jump and dance with me.
Our song, they're playing our song. Can you see the light? Can you our song. I hope they get it right. I hope we dance tonight before we get it wrong. And the seasons will change us new, but you're the best I've known. And you know me, I could not be stuck on you if it weren't true.
I want to thank everyone for coming, which I realize was a big effort for everyone and a huge effort for friends and family that came from across the country. I want to toast Lauren and Ryan. Their love and respect for each other should make for a long and happy life together. May they be happy, healthy, and have lots of babies.
So this is the first time I've ever been a best man. It's either because I'm just a really dedicated friend of Ryan's, or it's because being friends with Ryan has alienated me from everyone else in my life. So it's enough about you, Ryan. I want to talk about a wonderful woman who's endured Ryan's antics for a number of years. Christine Sutherland. So she's been like a second mother to me, and I had to give her a quick shout out. I think all of the Friends group can agree of how amazing and generous and just great friend you've been to all of us. And Lauren. I think I can say that when we all first met you, our biggest concern was that hopefully Ryan doesn't screw this up, because I don't think any of us could have imagined Ryan was someone so perfect. To Ryan and Lauren, an amazing marriage and wonderful life.
I don't know how you do it, but somehow you always will be there. And there's nothing to it, but somehow you always understand.
I met Ryan in a questionable dark bar down the street from Lauren's questionable dark apartment. After he entered, I was like, okay, not bad. Ryan, your warmth and creativity, your way of making Lauren softer as well, is something I can never stop appreciating. So here.
Lauren, you've grown from our big sister that we idolized and followed around, even if you didn't have the time of day for your annoying little sisters. And today, I see before me a beautiful, accomplished, wonderful, trustworthy best friend, and quite honestly, jackpot of a sister. Ryan, your supportive, loving presence, not just for Lauren, but for all three of us. We've all shared together countless dinners, drinks, concerts, music festivals, rooftop parties, laughs, tears, deep conversations, and I couldn't ask for a better brother-in-law to welcome into the family. Cheers.
Yeah, we just wanted to thank everybody for coming and taking such a long trip to celebrate with us tonight. First off, I'd like to thank Lauren's family. I look forward to all future holidays, dinner dates, and adventures that we will encounter tonight and together in the future. I'd like to give a special thanks to the father of the bride, Richard Rosenberg. Your generosity and easygoing approach in planning this day has allowed us to put together not only our dream wedding, but an amazing party for all of our guests. Thanks, Rich. So to my family and to my dad, I was fortunate enough to inherit your balance of competitiveness, easygoingness, nature, and patience. And I'm not sure where I'd be without them. Hopefully, I'll be able to coach my future children in all their sports endeavors and pass on some of the qualities you've instilled in me. And certainly, last but not least, my mom. It goes without saying that I probably wouldn't be up here giving this speech if it wasn't for all of your love and support my entire life. I'm not sure I would have ended up with such a strong, motivated, and independent woman like Lauren without witnessing your action every day in life growing up.
I want to thank all of my New England family for accepting me with open arms and introducing me to all the Rhode Island things that I'd never heard of before. Not limited to pitch, Little Nicks, coffee milk, and some wicked good gagas. You guys are all so much fun and such a warm, loving group of people. I owe an extra special thank you to my new mother-in-law, Christine Sutherland, for the most beautiful bridal shower. So many incredible Rhode Island weekend getaways over the years, and overall caring for me like her own daughter. To my own parents, Mom, you put every ounce of your time and energy into ensuring I grew up to be a strong, sensitive, and successful woman. I just wish I'd inherited your Jeopardy trivia knowledge and baking ability, and your influence growing up balanced out my naturally a little bit type A personality with an emotional side, which everyone already witnessed today. And thank you for yet another incredible bridal shower. As you can see, I was very spoiled, and for buying me my dream wedding dress. Dad, this day, woo! Dad, this day literally couldn't have happened without you. And I promise one day, when I actually make a real salary, I owe you one. Your intelligences and success have been such an inspiration my entire life, and I couldn't be happier or prouder to be following my career in your footsteps. And to my incredible sisters, the best co-maids of honor ever, thank you for a perfect adult version bachelorette party and overall supporting me through the craziness that comes with planning a wedding. And of course, Baxter, who sadly couldn't be here tonight, is eternally grateful to his two favorite aunties for babysitting him so often. So thanks again for everyone for coming, and please stick around for the after party, which will be right next door where we had our ceremony.
Now wait for me. Please hang around. I'll see you when I fall asleep. Don't listen to a word I say. The screams all sound the same. Though the truth may vary, this ship will carry on. I'll be safe to shore. Don't listen to a word I say. The screams all sound the same. Though the truth may vary, this ship will carry on. I'll be safe to shore. Though the truth may vary, this ship will carry our body safe to shore. Though the truth may vary, this ship will carry our body safe to shore.
Guys, it's so fun.
Are you practicing our dance move?
Turn around, show me the back of your dress.
The back? Okay.
Yeah, lift it
Oh, you
all
have
up.
to apparently carry my train at some point.
Do I?
You have to pick it all up.